As you notice, there is an alarming, still alarming sense of scientists, some scientists, and many, particularly many left-wing politicians, talking about climate change and the effects of climate change. Um, but they haven't noticed how big the Antarctic has actually become. The Antarctic ice sheet has become its biggest in more than 30 years. Could we see another ice age in the future? In the 1970s, scientists toyed with the idea of of the world cooling down. And they point to the sun's activity and the sun's radius as well to whether this is actually a true case. Ocean currents affect the Earth's temperatures, and with the Gulf Stream, if the Gulf Stream diverted away from the UK, that will cause our winters to become very cold indeed. And I believe that this is true, that it could be true that the world is actually starting to cool down. So rather than the Earth warming up and places like Spain turning into desert, what could happen is that we could experience colder and colder winters. The winters over the past few years have been quite mild, except for the one in 2010, obviously. But we've been lucky with mild winters. But if we have a freezing cold winter, we'll know why. And with the Antarctic ice sheet expanding at its greatest extent, no one can ignore these facts. The Antarctic ice sheet is actually key to this hypothesis that predicts that the world is actually getting cooler. Antarctica is not melting, it's actually expanding. Even the left-wing Guardian actually agrees that the Antarctic ice sheet is at record levels. Yet, this article was on the 9th of October 2014. Yet, these global warming theorists are actually scratching their heads to wonder why the Antarctic ice sheet is actually expanding. And could it be that the world is actually cooling down slowly? And even here, in the Guardian article, it says while Arctic ice sheet continues to decline, I doubt this very much. Antarctic levels are confounding the world's most trusted climate models with record highs for the third year running. And I believe they'll continue to rise, and obviously this will make the world colder. I mean, all this business of global warming is good for the politicians because it makes them more money. But it penalises the elderly, it penalises people who are struggling with fuel bills. And we should stop this obsession with climate change. And whereas the voice of the few is rarely heard, and people shout this down, the mass media shouts it down, the left-wing politicians shout it down, it eventually comes true that global warming is not actually happening. And all this money, over billions of pounds over the years, that EU taxpayers have forced to fork out for, is totally untrue. And people will start to see that their money has actually been wasted down the drain for these idiotic wind farms and solar farms. And in fact, the world is actually cooling down.